fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I am here today to work on the kit up of my cross-stitch conversion project. I have printed out the additional canvases or patterns that I want to put on my canvas, but I thought to start off, rather than kitting up everything all at once, what I'm going to do is just do one at a time, at least to start. So for this very first one, I'm going to put it in the very corner. And so I've got my list here of all the DMC colors that I need, and I've got my list here of how many drills I need of each color. So I already went through my spare drill box and pulled out the colors that I need, except that I do not have any 747. So because says it is sky blue, very light, I went to my extra box, my art dot box that has all of my super extra spares, and pulled them out, and I just found a color that is a light blue sky color to me. It's 775 instead of 747, but I think it will work fine. These are my other two sky colors. So this one is peacock blue light, this one is sky blue light, and this is sky blue very light. So I think it's going to be fine. I should have enough drills of all of the other colors to work. So I've gotten out my little cubies here, because I only have however many colors this is, 10, 12, something like that. I am going to label everything. I've already written all the DMC codes on my stickers here, so I will be putting them on my cubies and then pouring the drills in. As I said, I could have kitted up all of the patterns that I want to do at once. I chose not to do that because to start, I want to put one of these on there and make sure that I'm going to have room for all 6 of them as I thought. And also just trying to go through and figure out, because of course not all of them have the same colors. Some of them have some of the same colors, but not all of them have the exact same colors. So I thought, well, I'll just go through and do this. And then if I have any colors from this kit that match the next pattern, then it's whatever, if that makes sense. Okay. So as you can see here, the first color, 535, is I only need 17 drills. So I'm just going to pour in a number that I think is more than 17 and leave it at that. Then for 647, I only need 13 drills. Whoops. 644 is the one I need to do next. I only need 11 drills. This one, I've got a few different colors in it, it looks like. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with my heaven and earth, and that's just put more than 11 in there so I can pick through. I've been doing that with my heaven and earth design, and I think that the system is working well for me. So 646, I need 36 drills. And I could be using my scoop, but I figured for this, because there's such small amounts, because it's a cross-stitch conversion, I figured I would just do it this way. All right, 647, I need 13 drills. And then after I'm done kitting this up, I can put the bags of drills back in to my spare drill case. I put this sticker on upside down. Now I gotta try and get it off so I can put it back on the right way, because it will bug me if it's upside down. Okay, 648, I need 16 drills. And so you can see for most of these, when you're doing these small cross-stitch patterns, you don't need very many drills at all. 702, how many of these do I need? These I need 293. So I could have used my scoop, but again, I'm just gonna pour drills in there until I think I have enough. If I have leftovers, then they just go back in the bag. I'm going to need to make myself some more stickers. These are the only stickers I have left, and they're round ones. I used up all of my square ones kitting up the heaven and earth design. Okay, so this one, the 775, this is supposed to be 747 since I'm changing it. So I need 88 drills. And again, I'm just pouring in there until I think I have enough. And then once I start working on the canvas, we'll see. All right, 905, I only need 17. And some of these dark green ones, that's way more than I need. Some of these dark green ones are the outside color, which I've already decided I'm cutting some drills off of, so I won't need all of the very dark green that the pattern calls for, because I'm going to cut off some of the stitches. All right, I forgot to look how many do I need. 907. I need 164. Okay, so there's that one. 928. I need 61. So I think the one that I need the 293 on was the color I need the most of. And then everything else, there's a couple of the sky colors that are in the hundreds. Okay, so for 987, forest green, I need 64. I think there's 64 in here, but I'll find out. And this is one of them that's the color I'm going to be cutting some of the stitches out or the drills out. It will be fine if I don't have exactly the amount. All right, for 3761, I need 181. So I'm going to put in what I think is close to 200. And then 3766, I need 108. That's probably way more than I need. So there are my 13 colors kitted up. I've substituted the one light blue in here because I didn't have the exact one that was called for. And because this is such a small one, I'm not going to be afraid to experiment doing something like that because who's ever going to know except me and you guys? And I'm assuming, because I know I don't have leftovers of every single DMC color, that there are going to be other colors where I have to do this as well. So I'm just going to give it a try on this first one and we'll see how it goes. So this pattern is 31 by 39. So again here, it's 40 basically across by, well, it's going to be 30 down. So it's going to fit in just this small triangle or rectangle here because I'm going to cut off some of the edges here. And I'm going to do that with all of them because these are all made to look like they're part of a collection. So I do want them all to look the same. So if I cut it off on one, I need to cut it off on all of them. So, and I'm just noticing this edge over here is actually a different color than these. So there'll be like 5 stitches in that green and then maybe 20 stitches or diamonds in this other darker green that I end up cutting out. But now I've got my drills all kitted up and ready to go. So I can have everything ready to actually start laying drills. So I'm excited. I am going to keep track. The reason that I printed out this pattern copy is because I'm just going to keep track with my colored pencils like I would have done. So I will need to color in the key down here so that I know what colors go with which, since this is all black and white, so that I know, like, I'll color this color is 987, that's the dark green, I'll color it in with the dark green, etc., just so I can keep track. I maybe could try putting this into Pattern Keeper. Maybe that's what I should do, just to get me used to using Pattern Keeper before I attempt something super big. This is in a PDF form. I don't know if I can save it so that just this page, I think Pattern Keeper lets you do that, doesn't it? Just pick the pages you want to upload or download into the program. Upload into the program, download, whichever it is. Anyway, leave me a comment down below, especially if you've used Pattern Keeper. Is there a way for me to do that? Just load in the pages that I want and not all of the other pages. And then I could keep track on my tablet and maybe get familiar with the program before I start doing something else. Also, I might try Daughterly and see. I don't remember if Daughterly is free. I've already paid for Pattern Keeper, and the markup one I didn't buy, but I may have to go back and look and see how much it is because I think it works with iOS, which would mean I could put it on my iPad. And I don't think I can put Pattern Keeper on my iPad. If anybody knows if Pattern Keeper has an iOS version, let me know. Yeah, any help is appreciated for those of you who've already done cross-stitch conversions, but I'm excited to get started. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.